Hey Search fam, welcome back to the channel. And we are
Search for Supernatural.
If it's your first time here, we are Search for Supernatural.
Here we are on location at one of Pennsylvania's most haunted forts.
we're at the most haunted sanitarium in the world.
Welcome to Supernatural Sit-Downs, where we will be taking an in-depth look at all of our paranormal investigations to date to give you a breakdown of our most terrifying experiences, what we encountered, the price of these locations, and if it's worth the trip. So if you love haunted history, spine-tingling tales, or a good ghost story, welcome, you're in the right place. This is Search Vlogs.
Welcome to the channel. If you don't know who we are, my name's Tyler,
I'm Jiggy.
and we're a team of paranormal investigators who travel around to some of the most haunted locations in America in search of the supernatural. We are introducing our new vlog channel called
Search Vlogs.
Search Vlogs is going to be all the behind the scenes footage from Search for Supernatural to Jiggy Vision and everything in between. All the moments that you wish you saw of us fumbling around in the dark.
We have a lot of content planned for you guys, and we're excited for you to see it.
So a series we're going to do first to kick this new channel off is we're going to do something called Supernatural Sit-Downs. If you're a fan of haunted places and spine-tingling tales, well, you're in the right place. Here on the new channel, we're bringing you Supernatural Sit-Downs, a series where we'll dive deep into each haunted location that we've investigated and talk about the practical part of these locations.
Give you a little in-depth view of what we go through when we get to these places.
We'll be talking about pricing, our personal experiences, our investigation itself, and to cap it all off, we're going to tell you if it's even worth going to.
Yeah.
So whether you're planning to visit one of these spots or you just love a good ghost story, hit that subscribe button and join us for our Supernatural Sit-Downs as we search for Supernatural together.
We figured we'd kick off this new series of Supernatural Sit-Downs with one of our favorite places. One of these places that really shook us.
It was very memorable. It was very memorable.
It was very scary.
Yeah. And I feel like this was still one of those bucket list places where, you know, once in a lifetime to go to, especially by yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
So tonight, we will be reviewing in depth our personal tales, personal experiences, and investigation of
The Pennhurst Asylum.
Shoo-wee. Let's get into it, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, as we were pulling up to this place, it was already dark and it was looking very, very ominous.
We got
Like we didn't know what we were getting into. It was cold too.
I knew that when we booked Pennhurst Asylum that it was going to be scary, but from the outside looking in, I did not know what to expect.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much it had changed. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know if we were going to be there alone.
Yeah. I mean, we had been there for their haunted house thing that they do every Halloween.
Yeah.
So we kind of knew, like, you know, what it looked like and all that, but actually doing an investigation there, completely different story.
Well, I mean, I've gone on the investigations where, like, they take you with, like,
A group.
Yeah, but that was...
Yeah, it was just me and you.
Yeah.
And the two people that were there as kind of like the watching over the site.
Yeah. We had, like, two chaperones, like we were at a school dance. So, to start the investigation, first off, let's just say this. They made us wait outside kind of rudely. I'm gonna be honest. This is
now we did get there a little early.
no holding back. No holding back. Now I'm not trying to shit on these people. I'm not trying to shit on them.
because they were nice people.
But the dude that came up to the fence was like, "Yeah, you're not coming in here, so you might as well get back in your truck and wait." And I was like, "Bro, what?
Yeah.
I didn't what?"
Now, I mean, what were we, about 45 minutes to an hour early?
Yeah, but that's because
we
we're
wanted to get there
excited.
during the daylight. We
Yeah.
wanted to be able to see this place with daylight.
Because for you, those of you that don't know, Pennhurst is completely dark. The only
yeah.
lights are outside, so there's no lights on the inside that they turn on when you're there. They're not going to waste money on you. You're just wasting money on them.
I mean, they run generators to get power to begin with.
So that's how the night started. It kicked off with
It was a little frustrating.
Yeah, some dude coming out and saying, "Hey, you can't come in here," and we were like, "Bro, we just paid a lot of money to come here."
Yeah.
But anyway, wasn't the worst, but wasn't the best. So
We ran and got some shitty gas station food.
yeah, which I'll tell you, not the best decision when you're going.
No. When you just got a porta potty there to
Oh, dude.
rely on. And not
Yeah.
only that,
Alert time. Never use the porta potties at Pennhurst. Disgusting.
yeah.
Talk about the raccoons. The porta potties is the most haunted place in that thing. Holy shit. People have left demons there. Oh my God.
And it was cold. It was so cold.
When
that
did we
night.
go? January?
I feel like it was December or January.
It's February.
Was it February?
We went in February, people. We don't even know when we went.
Was it February?
It's February. It's
When did-
February
when did- When did we
2nd.
put this video out?
February 2nd.
We put it out February 26th, yeah. We were there in February. It was cold.
Yeah. And cold is like an understatement. It was freezing there. It was freezing. And all I had on was a hoodie and jeans.
Yeah. Now,
Like I thought I was going to be Rambo and just muscle through the cold. Because the fear and adrenaline, well, the adrenaline
Yeah,
wore
it
off
did
about
work.
30 minutes into this trip.
yeah, but I do shorts and a hoodie all year round, and I was cold. Luckily, I wore pants that night, and I'm glad I did.
Dude.
It was cold, and there's no heat anywhere.
So approaching this investigation, we decided we were going to load this whole place up with static cameras and just kind of drift around from building to building to try and see if we could capture evidence. Because the whole point of us being there was like, is this place truly haunted? Every time we go somewhere, it's, what's going on here? Why is it happening? What can we do to help?
Going into this, one thing that we didn't grasp was how expansive this property is.
Holy shit.
It is huge.
Which I knew going into it. I was like, I knew how big it was, but fudge sickles, guys. When you're trying to lug around equipment to set up in these rooms, give a huge shout out to all the big companies like Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures and Fear Nation.
All those guys.
Dude, holy moly.
Because they carry 10 times what we do, I would assume.
Yeah. So we tried to load up our static cams in the tunnels and the Mayflower and all the buildings and we tried to just bounce from building to building to see if we could find some hot spots.
Yeah,
and
we tried to keep moving. This was one of our early investigations, and we're still getting the hang of things. So we were just trying to bounce around, test out different things.
now I know what all y'all are thinking, like, oh, these guys are new. No, we're getting the hang of setting cameras up. We've been investigating for
Long time.
decades. It's just getting the camera set up was the issue. Now again, we opted out of all the tours and all the history because we didn't want to be tainted, which is what we do almost at every single place.
Yeah.
We don't want to be told where the hot spots are. I don't want somebody coming and being like, hey, this is my hot spot, and then we spend all night in that room and nothing happens.
no, we don't want to do
So
that.
we told the lady straight up, nope, we don't want no tour. We'll just find our way.
Just show us where we're allowed.
Where we can go, and we'll go.
Yeah, so we dove in head first, and we hit it. We hit it
What
hard.
was your most memorable part of Pennhurst?
I'd have to say the infirmary.
Oh, the
That
infirmary.
place was wild.
Holy
Like
shit.
the whole thing is falling apart around itself.
So I don't know if you guys have actually seen the video of us two knuckleheads running around a haunted infirmary, But if you do, go to the part when we first arrive
Yeah.
and Jiggy starts asking me where we're at. And the look in my eyes is terrified because I had a realization like, well, yeah, this is exactly what we look for. And now we're here and I'm scared shitless.
Yeah. Tyler, where we at?
We are at the mother flipping infirmary, which is a fairly new building that they opened up. And I guess this was also a tuberculosis ward for like recovery patients and stuff like that to get better. And as you can see, which our guy just pointed out with the big open windows.
We were both terrified.
Oh my God. So I've been to some scary places, and this infirmary, which now granted, I've only been to one time because it's a recent building that they opened like only a handful of years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, this place was active. Active.
Very active.
We'll play some clips here of some of the things we caught.
Yeah.
This door's been open recently. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you hear that? You heard that?
Yeah. So the way this infirmary was built, it was a tuberculosis ward. So there was wide open windows, and
Yeah.
being old and dilapidated, there was no glass. So it was just
Yeah.
open to the outside.
Yeah, all the
And-
elements were coming in.
Yeah, and their theory back in the day was you let in as much fresh air as possible, and that helps with tuberculosis.
Yeah.
It didn't help that night.
No. And the tactic that we had was like, let's walk all the way down the hallway.
Yep.
And then we got a little freaked out. So we're like, all right, we'll cut through the rooms because each room had a door.
Yeah.
So we'll just walk through the rooms to make it back to the main hallway and just explore. We had no idea of any hot spots in there. We didn't have any idea of what the place, could have looked like before we got there. We weren't shown it, when we first got there. So they cracked the doors open and said, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Mind you, the lady that was giving us the tour just walked through the entire place.
Yeah, no flashlight.
No flashlight, dude.
We're
It's
sitting here with our flashlights like, oh, what? Where are we going?
I had more fear for that lady's life than I probably have had for anything. She walked
Yeah.
straight through the whole building, no flashlight, in water,
Yeah.
with wild animals all over the place.
And she was sweeping it to make sure there was no
Intruders.
intruders. Yeah.
So this 5-foot lady walks through the dark in a severely haunted building to look for intruders.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's like a Navy SEAL in her past life. I don't know what is up with this lady.
She was badass.
She was legit. She was super legit.
Yeah.
But the tactic was just go in and explore and see if we could.
Yeah. So the building was like shaped like a U. It had a main hallway when you walk through the door, and then there was a hallway probably 200 yards down that went one way, and then a hallway in the opposite way 200 yards down.
So when we get into this building, everything seemed to be, just haunted location,
Yeah.
just normal place, right?
Yeah.
And then we start walking, and I mean, just a shitstorm of scary starts kicking off.
Yeah. It was terrifying.
So
There was just like there was a lot of noise from water dripping and all that, but then you'd get like those electric type feelings, like just stuff was all around you.
Yeah. Now, granted, when you guys watch our videos, you see the things that we have already reviewed. So to our ears, when we're in there, we don't always hear the voices,
Yeah.
or if we do, it doesn't sound like what you guys hear.
Yeah.
It sounds faint, and it's in the distance, or sometimes it sounds, very direct to you or very direct to us, and it's the opposite on the other end.
Yeah.
So, dude, that whistle, the straight up whistle as we're opening the door up, and I just about had a heart attack.
Yeah. It was terrifying.
I think that's where the phrase "Jiggy, Jiggy, Jiggy." I think that's where that came from.
It could be, yeah.
I think that's where that started.
Yeah.
Fudge.
Yeah, the infirmary was no joke.
So scary.
I'd say it's probably one of the most haunted spots at Pennhurst.
I would agree on that.
Yeah.
Now, here we'll get into some negative on it. Now, my other most haunted spot at Pennhurst was, what was it called?
Was it where the ready room was?
Yeah.
Like where we set up our
Yeah.
home base. I forget the name
Start
of the
with a
building.
D. So the building to the back right-hand corner of the lot, or the back left-hand corner of the lot, used to be the most terrifying building on that whole property, dude. Now, that's biased because I've been there multiple times, but to me, it was super scary.
Yeah.
Now, when we got there, the entire place was getting turned into like,
They're putting like stages in.
yeah, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was like hearts all over the place and stuff. Every light in the entire building was on because construction was going
Well, they were
on.
getting ready for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so we just paid a handful of money to go in there to have like a third of all our investigation, you know, what is it?
Cut off.
No, what is it? A third of the location pretty much out the window.
Yeah.
And they
So they're-
couldn't figure out how to turn the lights off for the life of them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Pennhurst is going towards their Halloween haunted house a little bit more than the paranormal side of things.
Which I'll be the first one to say. I'll say it. It's dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Water trash.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Because, I mean, you have a rich history location and then you're going to renovate it to fit the needs of, like, what, Valentine's Day? It's like, bro, you're killing the history of that place.
Valentine's Day.
My personal opinion, you're killing the history of that place, the entire place. Stop renovating.
Yeah.
Restore. Stop renovating. Restore.
Yeah. And back to our home base. That was one thing that you were really looking forward to. You said it was like your most
Yeah.
scary spot before we went to the infirmary.
Yeah.
And we walk in and it's completely changed from what you remember.
Oh, dude, they had the entire place gutted. I mean, the only thing that was the same was the downstairs, but the downstairs was halfway cut off because they were doing construction.
Yeah.
So
The basement.
yeah, it was kind of crappy. It's
Yeah.
kind of crappy. I wish it had stayed the original. Also, half of the tunnel systems were cut off.
Yeah.
So when you see the video, which we'll show you right now,
Do you believe we're real?
Yes, we do.
God, that scared the shit out of me. Yeah, we believe.
all of that extra tunnel where you see the curtain and that door is all cut off because they use it for
The
a
haunted house.
haunted house. So
Yeah.
now you can no longer access the back end of the tunnels from the walkway, from the
Yeah.
catwalk.
When you did that group tour, you said there was a lot more tunnel system that what we
yeah.
had access to.
Dude, we must have. So when we did the group tour, there must have been like half a mile, maybe even a mile of tunnel systems that you were able to walk and go visit. It was not like that this time. You could go like maybe 100 yards and that was it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of negative. So
It was a little more than 100 yards, but it wasn't nearly what you described.
No.
Yeah.
Fudge no.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say we're not monetized yet. It.
Yeah. Shit.
All right, some plus sides. Some plus sides of Pennhurst. Some plus sides of Pennhurst. We captured a lot of evidence on this investigation,
A lot.
like a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
From the voice in the tunnel,
That was freaky.
scary as shit.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine having headphones on. You know you've been to this place. You pop your soundproof headphones
Yeah,
on.
headphones in the dark. You're probably sitting in the dark.
Sitting in the dark, right? And hear that voice.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to talk about shitting your pants? I say
He
that a
started
lot.
texting me. He's like, Jiggy, dude, I caught a voice.
Holy guacamole, was that scary?
Yeah.
Because not every investigation produces, right? So you see all, I mean, for people that watch like Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and all these other things, Destination Fear, these guys go on in a week, probably 6 investigations a week, and they air one of those 6, the one that produces the most.
Yeah.
So you get all these people that want to like throw hate and say like, they only put places out. It's not active all the time. It's because these guys go on 17 investigations in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and they're only putting out the one that works. So not everyone is a game changer. Not everyone is a gold mine
That's the thing some people don't realize about this. You're not guaranteed activity.
at all.
You hope for some, but it's not a guarantee. It
Yeah.
might be a quiet night. That's just how things work.
So we were so excited because when we got in there and we reviewed all the footage, like when you see
Yeah.
multiple things, you start like getting giddy, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
This is the best thing ever. The ball in the upstairs hallway, the Mayflower,
Yeah.
left a cat ball and a static cam rolling. Now, I think at that point, we left a body cam. So we use a police body cam, little behind the scenes for you.
Yeah.
You can steal it. It's okay. I'll let you steal it. We use police 4K body cams because their night vision is super strong and
Yeah.
they're waterproof, super duty. So we left a body cam running, and I mean, we were clear out the building.
Yep.
All our timestamps, you can see, like the way the footage is laid out, we are at where that is playing at. So, and next thing you know, that thing lights up for like 4 minutes straight.
Yeah.
I even cut out some of it lighting up because I was like, man, people are not going to want to watch.
Yeah. Hey, check out some of that footage right here.
Yeah, here's the ball lighting up at the Mayflower. Did you see that? Craziness.
It was wild.
Now think, I had to cut some of that lighting ball up out. What?
Lighting ball up out.
Yeah, what? I'm having a stroke.
We had to cut that clip down a little bit because it was just long.
Super long.
You guys don't want to watch all that. You want to see the action and move on.
Another memorable moment, I think the star of this video was the raccoon.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
It was a big raccoon. When we were
she was a biggin.
when we were in the infirmary, we were coming back down the hallway, and it just sounded like someone was climbing through the ceiling. And we got freaked out.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever gone into fight or flight mode, but
Yeah.
most of the time my fight response takes over. And it sounded like a human being heard us coming, climbed into the rafters, and was trying to escape.
Yeah,
It's like spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on. And dude, the sounds of that thing crawling sounded like a human,
yeah.
and I could have had a heart attack.
Just imagine something walking across the top of like stainless steel air conditioned ducts, and the way the metal makes the noise.
Oh,
It was scary.
Now, granted, we do have flashlights, but most of the time when we're filming, it is pitch black.
Yeah.
And we're looking through our LED screens.
Yeah, the only time we turn the flashlights on is if we need to see where we're going.
Now,
Because we feel like we're going to fall or something.
In the
step on
infirmary,
something.
we had it on a lot because there was a lot of broken glass. There was a
yeah.
lot of debris on the ground.
Yeah, a
so
lot
we
of
had
debris.
so we had to make sure we weren't going to trip and fall and glass right to the eye.
Yeah, not good.
The raccoon, you got the best of us,
It
dude.
did. Yeah, in all seriousness, when that raccoon started running through the ceiling,
Fudge,
until we
dude.
actually saw it, because at one point we did see it, we were terrified.
Oh
we
my
didn't know what
God.
to expect.
I didn't know if it was going to jump down and attack us, but I was ready to commit animal murder that night. I'm going to be honest, I was ready to commit animal murder if he tried to get after me or my boy.
Yeah.
And I was going to put him in a headlock and give him the sweet ride to Valhalla. So back to this whistle.
This door's been open recently. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you hear that?
because when I heard that whistle, I thought it was a child speaking.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little kid.
Yeah.
Because, like, off in the distance, I heard, and I thought I heard a little kid speaking. And I, like, moments of pure terror when you're on a paranormal investigation, you try to tell yourself that, like, it's paranormal. It's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Especially in a place like this. Maybe it probably won't hurt you.
Yeah.
But, dude, you go, like, ice cold and you get that rush where your heart just drops into your ass.
Yeah.
And you're like, what was that? It's scary.
That fight or flight kicking in.
Yeah, dude, it's scary. Definitely scary.
Yeah. It was very scary.
A couple more memorable moments of this investigation, probably when we were, yeah, this was one of the first.
This was the room that they said that Jack Osborne investigated in.
Is the Jackie O room?
Yeah, it's the Jackie O room. Right down by the wing where, what room was that?
It was a child's play area.
Yeah, it was in the basement. It was in the basement of the safe house.
Yeah, the home base.
Yeah, the home base. And we went down there and we were going to investigate in this room that, a lady just told us, hey, Jack Osborne was here.
Yeah.
So like, oh yeah, we'll go in there. So we set a dead bell up out in the hallway. And if you don't know what a dead bell is, it's like the old bellhop.
Yeah.
How would you explain it? We're in this room asking questions. We put some cat balls out.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, this dead bell hasn't gone off. You want to go check it and make sure it's working. And what actually happened was the mechanism came disconnected, so it was going off the whole time.
Yeah, it was ringing the whole time, but it wasn't hitting the actual bell inside itself.
Yeah. And
Pretty weird.
yeah, it was kind of scary.
Now, some of the things you didn't see on film were us wandering this entire location for about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Pretty scary, those moments.
it was.
One of the scariest things, I think, when we visit places like this, especially like hospital style, all the doors being open and you're walking through in the dark, your eyes play tricks that you see people in every single doorway.
Yeah, just walking past a line of open doors.
I hate it.
Terrifying.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
It's not one thing that I wish we were able to do at Pennhurst was get some drone shots. Because that gives you a completely different point of view of these locations that we visit.
Yeah, when you can see the overhead, like how big they are, right? Like, what was St. Albans? So, St. Albans, you walk inside and it looks like it's maybe like one H-shaped building. Yeah. So, 2 long corridors, one in the middle that connects them. And that was not the case.
No.
That place was a maze.
It was big.
Huge place, and you can't really see it until you're like way above it.
Yeah,
I think that would do justice to Pennhurst.
It would, yeah.
Most of the Pennhurst is these giant buildings, right? But they have all of them have basements, a tunnel system that connects them.
Yeah,
and they're all 3 floors, and so it's huge places.
Yeah. And I mean, you can look on Google Maps and see a little bit, but it doesn't give you the perspective of how big these places actually are. Because, who knows how updated these pictures are on Google Maps. And seeing it through the eyes of a drone, it really gives you a different perspective. And, you respect it a little more.
Yeah. You see how freaking enormous it is. And it's crazy. Some of the most exciting, which is like some of the most insignificant evidence, because so many people say it's dust, I think are orbs.
Oh, yeah.
Catching orbs at places, to me, is some of the coolest stuff you'll see on camera.
It really is.
And at Pennhurst, we caught some of the most wild orbs. Now, again, dust can be explained, right? Everybody can say it's dust. Now, you can tell dust because most of the time it's coming directly at the camera because that's the way you just walked in. So
it kind of looks like snow.
Yeah, you're kicking up all that draft back to where you just were.
Yeah.
Now, when you see something trail or something that has light or something that has its own movement or changes directions, then it's kind of like, okay, what's going on?
Something that's pulsing.
Yeah.
A lot of times orbs will pulse.
At Pennhurst, we caught some of the coolest orbs that I think, we've ever captured.
Yeah.
A few of the ones in the tunnel were pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Here's a clip of some of the orbs we caught at Pennhurst.
Check it out.
That one down at the basement of Mayflower that you guys just watched, that one was
Yeah,
creepy.
it was a good one.
Now, if you notice, those orbs fly by, and then the REM pod starts clicking.
Yeah.
Now we got a new REM pod because that one was malfunctioning, but what was happening was the antenna wasn't registering. So every time you saw a click on it, it was actually fully lighting up.
Yeah.
But we couldn't distinguish that because the antenna was having
Yeah, it was broken.
it was broken. So pretty crazy that you see what some people said was dust.
Yeah.
And then it
Not
lights
dust.
up. Yeah, so then it lights up. So you tell me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this thing.
Well, meat and potatoes.
Pricing.
Yeah, pricing.
Fudge, is it
was-
expensive?
It was a lot.
It is expensive, people. If you are thinking about going to Pennhurst, now again, I'm not here to shit on Pennhurst or its employees or the people that are the proprietors, but man, is it expensive to rent that place.
Especially with the ways they're changing it. You go in there
Yeah.
for a paranormal investigation expecting, it to be old hospital-ish, and some of the
Yeah.
buildings have been converted to haunted house stuff.
Yeah, and that really sucks because
Yeah.
it takes away from the feel of like you being in a hospital that was built in the 1900s. It's like,
Early 1900s.
yeah, like it feels like you're just in some fun house.
When was it built?
1906, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, pricing. If you are thinking about going to Pennhurst, you better
Yeah.
save up.
Be ready to pay.
Yeah, because they do not hold back on the price on that one.
No.
And they tell you, here's the kicker, because I spoke to the lady on the phone. They tell you if somebody books that same date, you may have to share the location and pay full price. So make sure you pick a day close to, like if you want to go on a Friday, make sure you're close to that Friday when you go to book it. Save up and then call them up, make sure the date's ready, and do it last minute, which is kind of what I did, because you're not going to pay all that money to have somebody go in there and share that place with you.
Yeah,
Not
no.
worth it. You need to go by yourself.
Yeah.
What was your personal experience at Pennhurst?
Personal experience at Pennhurst.
What was your personal experience? What did you think the vibe was? Do you think it's haunted? What are you thinking?
I think Pennhurst is without a doubt haunted. There's a lot of energy that's trapped there. Maybe new energy coming in. I don't know.
What is your personal experience?
Personally, I was terrified. It was a very scary place to go. Being there in the pitch dark most of the time, it was scary. I haven't been on as many investigations as Tyler, and this was a big one for me. And I'm glad that I did it. It was a really cool place, and we're on a roll now.
Yeah.
We're not taking off. We're not letting off the throttle.
We've been to a lot of places now.
Yeah, but this place was, I'd say, as far as where we've gone, top three. Top
Maybe.
three scariest.
Maybe. Yeah.
At least my top three.
Yeah. I do think very scary place.
Yeah. What do you feel about this place? What was your personal experience on this night?
I mean, every time I go, so even when I've gone with like the tours and stuff with like, 100 people, I still had shit happen. I still had scary shit happen. I saw a Slender Man figure one time, disappeared
Yeah.
into a wall.
Down the tunnels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And personally, I think it is worth it if they drop the price.
Yeah.
For the amount of money that you get and them changing the buildings and all the stuff that they're doing, keeping the lights on in certain buildings that entire time, that wasn't my forte.
Took away from it a little bit.
A little bit. But if they do drop the price, personally, I think you should definitely
Must
check
go.
it
It's-
out.
Pennhurst is definitely a bucket list type place. Like it's
Yeah.
it's a
There-
really cool location with a lot of history.
The energy there, now granted, there are nights that I've gone that I have nothing happen.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of those places that if you are into paranormal and you're into the supernatural and all that stuff, it's one of those places that you got to go see.
Yeah, and if you don't want to ante up and rent the place out yourself,
Yeah.
I think you'd say it's probably worth it to go on one of their group nights.
Yeah, not only that, but it'll give you a little experience on what to do when you're by yourself. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's more than just kind of wandering around aimlessly to just stand in the dark. You got to have a plan together.
Oh
and,
yeah,
You know?
I can't tell you how many times we've gone into a place with a plan, and the energy within the space just throws us into a whirlwind, like a spin.
Yeah, get all scatterbrained up.
Yeah, that's the real thing. Go in there with a plan and just get scatterbrained.
Dude, there's been many of time when scatterbrain has kept me from executing many plans at haunted locations. Oh, man. Dun, dun, dun. Is Pennhurst worth it? And if so, why? If not, why?
So, I think Pennhurst, it's on the edge, because the price is really high, and the changes that they're making aren't really positive changes as far as paranormal and the supernatural go. If I had the chance to go back there, absolutely, I'm there. In a second. It's a cool place, and it does have dark history, which brings in dark entities and all that. And scary. I'd go there again though. I think it's worth it. Maybe drop the price. Drop the price.
Yeah, seriously. You gonna ask me?
Dun dun dun. Tyler.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Tyler, do you think Pennhurst is worth it?
I'll tell you right now. I don't think Pennhurst is worth it.
At the current price point?
At the current price point, not worth it. I mean, we're not gonna,
Yeah, we don't want to shit on Pennhurst.
We're not splitting hairs here.
No.
But for the same price, again, same price, even less. I'll even go less than that. Less than that, you can rent out an entire prison.
Yeah.
So, again, I think it is insanely haunted. I do think there are many spirits there. You can have a lot of fun there. Ton of places to explore. The infirmary, wild.
Yeah.
But for what it costs right now, and our personal experiences, many times I've been there, for the price point, no go for me, dog.
Given the opportunity to go back, would you?
At a cheaper rate, 100% I would go there and sleep there.
Yeah.
I'd do like a 7-day. I would do like a 7-day camping spree, where I'd sleep in a new building every night.
That would be dope.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But if they charged us what they charge us for just like 8 hours, I'll go bankrupt. So I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd sleep there.
I would too, dude. I 100% would sleep
Pop
there.
a cot.
Yeah.
See what we can find.
But here's the thing, like, they have beds there.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to sleep on a haunted bed.
I'd sleep on a haunted bed. We did sleep
we
on haunted beds.
we slept on haunted beds. I don't know what I'm
beds.
talking about.
Dude.
Cut that out.
I slept on a mildew haunted bed. It was wet.
Dude, that was gross.
Yeah, try to sleep in a wet bed. That's a new experience.
Yeah.
I'd take ghost shit over wet beds all day, dude. That was
Maybe it was
terrible.
ghost jizz.
It could have been. It could have been.
Yeah, that
It was a lot.
and I was sleeping on a piece of wood.
That's terrible, dude. Oh my god.
That video will come out someday.
Yeah. Holy guacamole.
It was a wild night. Yeah, Pennhurst. Yeah. I definitely agree with you. At the current price point, not worth it, but
Yeah.
just for what we experienced and how scary it actually is, I'd say it is worth it, because there's definitely stuff there.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
you're into the paranormal, it's a hot
Pennhurst,
It's
drop your fucking price,
Yeah,
dude.
Pennhurst, come on.
You're losing money. Drop your price.
Yeah. You rake in so much from that haunted house deal.
Now, granted, everybody knows of Pennhurst. Everybody knows about them. Destination Fear, Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters. Every big YouTube channel in the
space.
has gone there. But the problem is, if you're not one of those big places and you're just super into the paranormal, it's not in the price range that you're looking for.
Yeah, for the little guy, it's not possible.
No, that's exactly. I mean, we still are the little guy.
We made it work though.
Yeah, we made it work, but it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt because I paid in cold hard cash.
Yeah, because it was for you. It was a bucket list.
It was a bucket list
Yeah,
for me.
and
I wanted to
me
do it
as well.
I wanted to do it just us, nobody else there.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if the experience was different from going there with 100 people.
Yeah.
I'm so into the paranormal that I took my wife on a date to Pennhurst,
Yeah.
and we held hands in the dark.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, sweet, dude. I was fucking holding her hand so hard.
Yeah. Were you terrified?
No, not that time. I was more.
Were you more scared than her?
No, no, I don't even know if she was scared. She did go pee in the porta potty though, and she came over and she whispered to me.
She's brave.
She whispered to me, right, and her exact words were, "I think the scariest part of Pennhurst is its bathrooms. It's god awful in there."
Yeah.
Now, granted, you guys watch this video, or watching as you guys are watching, but
Yeah.
towards the end of the video, please excuse my anger. I
Tyler
was
was done.
so cold.
He was done.
I think my
couldn't feel your
internal
feet, right?
temperature had dropped so low that my testicles actually evaporated. They turned to vapor and disappeared.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you caught that on camera.
Yeah, I did.
And
Caught it on
I
camera.
left it in there.
Yeah.
I was so cold that we still had like 2 hours to go, an hour to go. I think
Yeah, it was
like
about an hour. About an
And
hour.
I was like, if we stay any longer, I might die.
Yeah.
I might die.
Yeah. We
And
weren't planning for it to be that cold.
Here's the clip of me having an anger outburst and talking about how cold I was right here.
It is cold out here. What do you think, Tyler?
If my nuts shrivel anymore, you're just gonna have to call me a female.
So call me a female. That was my, poor attitude at that point because
Yeah.
I was freezing cold.
Yeah, Tyler was done.
And so we were upstairs in the old children's like play area, and there's like a bunch of cubbies, and oh dude, I thought I kept seeing like a little kid.
Yeah. Yeah. We were set up in kind of like the corner of a cubby,
No lights,
facing out.
no lights, all of our equipment running.
Yeah.
I don't think we put this in the video, and I don't think we captured any of it, but being there, I thought I kept seeing a little kid.
Yeah.
I literally was having like a panic attack.
Yeah. So we're standing up there investigating, and just out of nowhere, I started getting a little lightheaded, and I had to sit down. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the energy in the room or if the fact that I hadn't really drank any water all night.
The
but-
weird part was, I'm pretty sure I say, Jiggy, I think I see a kid.
Yeah.
We need to get out of here. And then next thing you know, your eyes adjust a little bit. I can see Jiggy's face, and he looks at me and goes, I think I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, I just sit down. And I don't know if it was negative energy in the room. I don't know what it was, but we didn't put that in the video. Maybe we could put a clip in here right now.
I don't think we captured it.
Did we not capture? Yeah, because we were having the malfunctions.
Yeah. I wish we could have captured it. Maybe
Yeah.
one day we'll go back and we'll put all the deleted scenes in there. But
Yeah, we'll have to review the footage to see if it's in there.
yeah, that upstairs was scary.
Yeah.
Not only that, we took one of the music boxes and we put it on top of the what is it, like the
Like
cubby rooms?
way across the room.
Yeah, like
in one of these other cubbies.
6 feet in the air. And
was-
did it go off?
I don't remember if it went off.
So scary.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
Yeah, I remember when we were collecting everything up to leave that room. I was like, I'll go back there alone and get it. And
Oh God.
I was
dude.
terrified. I don't even think I took a flashlight with me.
Pennhurst Asylum. Not worth it to me, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely go back given the chance.
I definitely
But,
would go back as well. I think there's a lot of rich history, but just
Yeah.
at price point
yeah,
alone,
at the price point, it's not doable for the average guy.
yeah.
We were able to scrape it together and made it happen.
Now, if you're following along with this video, you will see the end screen is
The Pennhurst end screen? Mm-hmm. Oh. You guys are going to like this one.
I think you will.
I think it's going to be our next sit down.
And what is our next sit down?
It's going to be the Pocomoke Ranch
Part 2.
2.
And we'll do a live in-depth, well, I guess it's not going to be live, but we'll do an in-depth review of
Doing
CJ Faison's Haunted Farm. We'll get into the controversy, if it's haunted or not. We'll get into everything.
Yeah, we'll dive into it.
I think you guys will enjoy that one. Search.
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 Search vlogs.